Moments ago in Abakaliki, Ebonyi State, the Nigerian Institute of Building in collaboration with the Ebonyi State government hosted the 55th Builders Conference and Annual General Meeting with the theme, Advancing Builders' Knowledge and Skills for Effective Enforcement of Building Regulatory Laws for Sustainable Development. The gathering brought together professionals, stakeholders, and policymakers to deliberate on strengthening regulatory frameworks and driving sustainable growth in the building sector.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. FON, please. Your Excellency, Right Honorable Builder Francis Ogbonna-Nwifuru, a builder par excellence, the Governor of Ebonyi State of Nigeria. Your Excellencies, Deputy Governors here present, including the Deputy Governor of Ebonyi State of Nigeria, Princess Patricia Onyemechi Obila, the Deputy Governor of Anambra State, Onyeka Ibezim representing Governor Charles Soludo, His Excellency Barrister Ifeanyi Osai, Deputy Governor of Enugu State, representing Dr. Peter Amba, the Governor of the Coast City State, Honorable Minister for Housing and Urban Development, here with us, Architect Ahmed Musa Dangiwa. We would like to welcome you to the Salt of the Nation. We would like to welcome Honorable Minister of Works represented here by Dr. Kenneth Igwe Obala and other top officials of government. Your Excellency, the chairman of this wonderful occasion, distinguished Senator Anyim Pius Anyim, GCON, former Senate President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. We would like to also welcome the chairman of Council of Registered Builders of Nigeria, Builder Dr. Samson Okolowa, FNIOB. We'd like to also welcome another fellow in the profession, Builder Sir Alderton Ewa, who is the president of the Institute. Your Excellency, the list is endless, but because of time, I would like to welcome all the delegates of this conference, all the participants, including top government functionaries of Ebonyi State. Right Honorable Speaker, we would like to welcome you. At this point, Your Excellency, we would like to welcome our guests with kola nut. It is our tradition in Igbo land, and Ebonyi State in particular. Kola nut, please. The State Chairman, please. Builder Igwe Kulie, please. The State Chairman, please bring the kola nut, please. Okay. Thank you. As we wait for the kola nut, Your Excellency, with the PAM Commission, we want to proceed with the program. At this point, Your Excellency, I would like to welcome the chairman of the Conference Planning Committee, Builder Dr. Yukeri Acheka Enebe, who is the third vice president, to please come forward for the opening address. Opening address, please.
An honor to welcome you to the Nigerian Institute of Building NIOB Conference and AGM. I most sincerely welcome you all, our distinguished invited guests to Abakaliki, Ebonyi State, Salt of the Nation, and to the official opening ceremony of the 55th Builders Conference and Annual General Meeting of our great institute. We are highly honored to have you join us today to share insights and shape the future of our construction industry. I therefore warmly welcome the president of our institute, past presidents, board of trustees, members, fellows of the institute, delegates from all over the states of the Federation to this epoch-making occasion. I would like to extend my special and sincere gratitude to many individuals, institutions, and organizations who contributed generously in several ways towards the hosting of this AGM and conference. Your contributions have made this moment possible. I want to extend my deep appreciation to our chief host, the Executive Governor of Ebonyi State, and for gracing this occasion with his presence in spite of his very busy schedule. Your Excellency, sir, your kind gesture, as well as the attention you always give to us during our coffee visits to you, is also highly appreciated. We equally appreciate and welcome all the other executive governors here present or represented, especially the governor from Yobe State. Your Excellencies, we thank you immensely for your show of love and solidarity to the chief host and to us. I also salute and appreciate all the members of the State Executive Council and all the governors' entourage for their presence. My sincere appreciation also goes to the chairman of this historic occasion, His Excellency, Senator Anyim Pius Anyim, former Senate President and former Secretary to the Government of the Federation. Sir, thank you so much for honoring our invitation. We equally express our sincere gratitude to our keynote speaker, His Excellency, Architect Ahmed Musa Dangewa, FNIA, FNIOB, Honorable Minister of Housing and Urban Development, for always identifying with us. I also recognize and salute and appreciate our special guest of honor, Senator, His Excellency Senator David Mwezu Mahi, CONFNSE, in absentia. He's the Honorable Minister of Works for gracing the occasion too. We equally want to appreciate the Royal Father of the Day, His Royal Highness, Ezeogo Charles Mpuma, Chairman, Ebonyi State Traditional Rulers Council, for his royalty blessing. My special thanks also goes to the Royal Fathers and all other present here and all our distinguished guests who are present here to grace and color the event. I also extend my sincere appreciation to the members of my committee, Corporate and Marketing Affairs Committee, members of the Local Organizing Committee, present for their support and cooperation, provide sustainable shelter and facilities for the use of mankind as we discharge our primary roles of building production management, maintenance, and facility management. At this point, let me especially thank all our resource persons for their painstaking efforts towards the preparations and anticipated wonderful presentations of their research papers. I therefore enjoin you to listen to them with rapt attention and to participate effectively in this AGM through conference, as it will provide excellent opportunities to exchange ideas, establish research relations with colleagues, find partners for future research collaborations, learn about current developments in the building industry, and also make valuable networking. I'm very hopeful that your participation in this year's conference will leave many positive remarks. I therefore encourage members to take advantage of the hospitable nature of the good people of Ebonyi State to relax and enjoy themselves. Once more, I welcome you all to this 55th AGM through conference holding here in Abakaliki, Ebonyi State, south of the nation. Wishing you all a safe return to your various destinations. Thank you all and God bless you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Please, can we put our hands together for the chairman of the planning committee? Thank you. Your Excellency, next speaker is going to be the president of the Nigerian Institute of Building, Builder Sir Anderson Ewa, to please come forward and present his address. Can we put our hands together as he steps forward to do this assignment?
Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of Ebonyi State, distinguished guests, esteemed colleagues, partners on progress, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all to this 55th Builders Conference and Annual General Meeting of the Nigerian Institute of Building, NIOB, taking place here in the culturally rich and rapidly transforming city of Abaleke, Ebonyi State. Let me begin by extending our heartfelt appreciation to His Excellency, the Governor of Ebonyi State, Right Honorable Builder Francis Obonna Nwifuru, ODG, EAC, FNLB, for the exceptional warmth and generosity extended to us. Beyond the hospitality, we commend the government's evident dedication to structural development and its unwavering support for professional standards in the built environment. Ebonyi State continues to demonstrate what visionary leadership in infrastructure and urban planning can look like. This year's theme, Advancing Builders' Knowledge and Skills for Effective Enforcement of Building Regulation Laws for Sustainable Development, is as timely as it is critical. As our nation grapples with the painful consequences of building collapses, poorly enforced regulations, and inconsistent practices, the construction industry must rise to its responsibility with renewed urgency. The truth is sobering. Without robust legal frameworks and effective enforcement mechanisms, the safety and orderliness of our urban centers remain uncompromised. While the National Building Code sets the foundation, only a handful of states have taken the commendable steps of domesticated it into actionable law. In particular, we applaud the strides made by states like such as Lagos, Ebonyi, Kaduna, Ogun, Gombe, Abia, and Plateau. We also acknowledge encouraging progress in some states such as Zamfara, Adamawa, and others. These efforts signify a growing awareness of the necessity of regulation in protecting lives and ensuring sustainable growth. However, it is troubling that many states still lag behind. The cost of inaction is measured not only in failed structures, but in lost lives, wasted investment, and eroded public trust. Let me emphasize today that the enactment of building control laws at the state level is a vital prerequisite for other safety and sustainable development. Without clear regulatory frameworks, enforcement becomes arbitrary, professionalism is compromised, and lives are put at risk. Let us be clear, urban development cannot strive in the absence of an enforceable regulatory environment. Building control laws are not optional. They are essential. They provide the authority needed to supervise construction activities, define the responsibilities of professionals, and ensure compliance with safety and quality standards. They also empower institutions to manage approvals, monitor sites, and prevent disasters before they occur. However, regulatory systems attract investors, create skills jobs, promote environmental sustainability, and ultimately build trust in our cities and infrastructure. As a professional body, NIOB remains firmly committed to championing the adoption and implementation of building laws across all states. We must engage policymakers, legislative assemblies, and regulatory bodies not as passive stakeholders, but as active drivers of change. Our members in public service and political spaces must use this platform to advance this agenda, but our work stands within. For investment to be effective, builders must equip themselves with the skills, knowledge, and ethical standards required to lead. Today's builder must be technically grounded, administratively capable, and policy aware. Our value is not confined to construction sites. It extends to advocacy, leadership, and accountability. This conference offers us an opportunity to reflect and recommit. Let us live here with not only strategies, but resolve to set standards, raise the bar, and redefine our professional footprint. To every builder in this room, you are a custodian of public trust. Whether in private practice, academia, or public service, your integrity and competence shape the future of our cities. I sincerely thank the Marketing and Corporate Affairs Committee, our Ebonyi State Chapter, Local Organization Committee, our sponsors and collaborators, and every participant here today. Your dedication to excellence has brought this vision to life. While emphasizing the domestication of the building code across all states, thereby enabling them to establish effective building regulations and permitting system, the Nigerian Ministry of Building equally underscores the critical importance of quality and standard in construction materials as a fundamental remedy to the reoccurring of incidents of building collapse in the country. In line with this commitment, the Institute has commenced the construction of a construction materials testing laboratory in the Skills Center in Lugbe, Abuja. This facility is intended to promote and enforce the consistent use of certified, standard, and high-quality materials by all stakeholders in building industry. Through prudent management of membership dues, levies, and possibly loan facilities, we are determined to complete this landmark project. However, with strong conviction and optimism, we hereby appeal to visionary professionals and stakeholders to extend their support and partnership towards realization of this noble project. May this 55th Builders Conference stand as a landmark movement, one that strengthens our resolve to build not only the structures, but a nation anchored in safety, standards, and sustainability. Long live the Nigerian Institute of Building. Long live Ebonyi State. Long live the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you, and God bless you all.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. Thank you very much. That was the address of Mr. President. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Your Excellency, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to listen to the chairman of this wonderful event. He's a man of many parts, former Senate President, Federal Republic of Nigeria, and former Secretary to the Government of the Federation. Join me as I welcome distinguished Senator Anyim Pius Anyim JCON Oshimiri.
Your Excellency, the Governor of Ebonyi State, our own dear Governor and the Chief Host of this event, Builder Francis Ogbonnaya. My friend and my brother, the Honorable Minister of Housing and Urban Development, Architect Ahmed Musa Gandua, welcome to Ebonyi State. Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Anambra State, Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Enugu State, Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Ebonyi State, the President, Nigerian Institute of Building, the Royal Father of the Day, and other traditional rulers present, respected leaders of various professional bodies here, our esteemed resource persons and great speakers, fellow builders and professionals in the built environment, gentlemen of the press, distinguished guests, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It is a profound honor and privilege to serve as the chairman of the 55th conference of the Nigerian Institute of Building, holding here in the dynamic city of Abakaliki, Ebonyi State. I express my sincere gratitude to the leadership of the Institute for the invitation and for your continued commitment to professional excellence in the construction industry. Let me, on behalf of my Governor, Builder Francis Ogbonnaya, welcome you all to Abakaliki, the capital of Ebonyi State. I am sure that if you had visited Ebonyi State before the administration of Builder Francis Ogbonnaya, you would have noticed the touch of an engineer at the helm of affairs. But under the administration of Builder Francis Ogbonnaya, you would agree with me that the city and indeed the entire state is wearing the look of the leadership of a builder. That is to say, urban master plan is being restored, building code is being applied, and regulatory standards enforced. I am delighted to say that hosting this conference in Ebonyi State will benefit the people of Ebonyi State in many ways. Particularly, it will enlighten Ebonyi people more on the imperatives of respecting urban master plan, building code, and regulatory standards. So, it is just not for fun that this conference is being hosted in Ebonyi. It will benefit Ebonyi people in several ways than one. Let me therefore congratulate the Nigerian Institute of Building for hosting this conference in Abakaliki, Ebonyi State. The theme of this year's conference, Advancing Builders' Knowledge and Skills for Effective Enforcement of Building Regulatory Laws for Sustainable Development, is not only timely, is purposeful, and deeply relevant. It directly connects professional capacity with public safety and regulation with national development. As we gather here, therefore, it is essential to highlight that builders are one of the 7 statutorily recognized professionals in the Nigerian built environment, alongside with architects, engineers, quantity surveyors, estate surveyors, land surveyors, and urban and regional planners. Among them, play a unique critical role overseeing and managing the entire construction process from conception to completion, ensuring that standards are upheld, timelines respected, and safety uncompromised. However, this critical function is only as effective as the regulatory framework that governs construction activities. So, building regulatory laws provide the legal and institutional foundation for ensuring that development is safe, efficient, and sustainable. These laws aim to, 1, establish minimum standards for design, construction, and maintenance. 2, mandate professional responsibility and certification. 3, guard against quackery and unapproved construction. And 4, promote urban order, environmental health, and disaster risk reduction. It is therefore encouraging to note that some states in Nigeria have successfully domesticated national building regulatory laws, thereby aligning local practices with national guidelines and international best standards. These laws are being enforced through the establishment of Development Control Department, building permit system, and professional oversight mechanisms. And you can be sure that Ebonyi State is well domesticated in this regard. However, a number of other states are still in the process of developing or adopting these essential laws, and this presents a significant regulatory gap. Without domestication of these laws, enforcement becomes weak or inconsistent, and the consequences include building collapse, fire hazards, substandard infrastructure, and unchecked urban sprawl. This conference, therefore, must do more than just reflect. It must advocate for complete domestication and effective enforcement of building regulatory laws across all 36 states and FCT. Builders must not only be trained in compliance, but must be bold in demanding its institutionalization wherever it is absent. This is how we safeguard lives, attract investments, and build a resilient Nigeria. I commend the Nigerian Institute of Building for advancing this important conversation. I also acknowledge the leadership of Ebonyi State through the Executive Governor for hosting this event, and for the state's steady progress in infrastructure and governance. I urge all stakeholders, federal and state government, professional bodies, development partners, and regulatory agencies to support this call for stronger, enforceable, and uniformly applied building control systems across the Federation. To the participants at this great conference, I encourage you to seize the opportunity to gain insight, renew your professional vision, and live here ready to enforce the standards that ensure public trust and long-term sustainability in the built environment. It is on this note of shared purpose and patriotism and patriotic responsibility that I, with great honor, therefore declare this conference of the Nigerian Institute of Building officially open. Long live Nigeria, long live Ebonyi State, long live the Nigerian Institute of Building. Thank you.
Thank you very much, distinguished Senator Anyim Paus Anyim, the chairman of this event. Your Excellency, next speech will come from another builder, who is the chairman of the Council of Registered Builders of Nigeria, Builder Dr. Samson Okpolowa. May I very humbly invite you, sir, to address the conference. Mr. Chairman.
Your Excellency, the Governor of Ebonyi State, our own right, Honorable Builder Francis Ogbonna-Nwifuru, FNIOB, the Honorable Minister of Works, Housing, Honorable Minister of Housing and Urban Development, our own Minister, Architect Ahmed Musa Dangiwa, FNIOB, the chairman of occasion, Your Excellency, the former Senate President, distinguished Senator Ayim Pius Ayim, representatives present, representative of governors who are also here present, the Honorable Speaker of Ebonyi State House of Assembly, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, permit me to rest on the already established protocol. I'm honored to address this 55th annual conference and general meeting of our esteemed institute. Permit me, on behalf of the Seventh Council, firstly, to pay my warm compliments to His Excellency, the Governor of Ebonyi State, the esteemed chief host of this conference, Right Honorable Builder Francis Ogbonna-Nwifuru, FNIOB. It is a source of immense pride having one of our own leading a state so excellently, and we celebrate the developmental strides being laid by you in administering the affairs of Ebonyi State. We are confident that Ebonyi State is indeed in safe hands in all dimensions. Your Excellency, we are proud of you. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, as I reflect on the tenure of the Seventh Council, the Council of Registered Builders of Nigeria under my leadership, I am pleased to share some of the strides we have made in fulfilling our mandate of regulating the building profession and promoting excellence in building technology in Nigeria. The agenda of the Seventh Council has been centered around promoting excellence, professionalism, innovation, and global recognition of the building industry in Nigeria. Our commitment to and focused pursuit of the vision was laid out and articulated during the Institute's 52nd AGM conference in Akure in the year 2022, and further reinforced at the 53rd and 54th AGMs in Jos and Oka respectively. This commitment has been unwavering. Consequently, we have pursued strategies to mitigate building collapse, professionalize the practice of building, forge strong partnerships locally and internationally, and embrace technological advancement in the industry. I'm therefore pleased to highlight a few of the significant progress the Seventh Council and indeed the profession of building has made in Nigeria so far. Number one, enhanced professionalism. We have strengthened our registration and certification processes, ensuring that only qualified and competent individuals are admitted into our esteemed profession. We have also widened the registration net with the 5th meeting for the registration technicians and craftsmen cadres, thus ensuring that all critical operatives in the building delivery process are recognized, regulated, and technically equipped to perform optimally. 2, improved regulatory frameworks. The Seventh Council has worked tirelessly to strengthen the regulatory frameworks governing the profession, including the development of building practice instruments, building health and safety regulations, and building projects monitoring tools. Specifically, regulations to be known as operational regulations for building practice in Nigeria and health and safety regulation for building sites in Nigeria have now been approved by the Honorable Minister of Housing and Urban Development. Thank you, sir, for ensuring that we have a gazette that makes the practice of building and the health and safety on site a regulation owned and instrumented by the federal government of Nigeria. Thank you, Honorable Minister. These regulations are a pace setter for the practice of building profession as a distinct expertise in Africa. Thirdly, the provision and training and capacity building. We have prioritized the provision of training and capacity building for builders, ensuring our members are equipped with the latest knowledge and skills through our virtual capacity building workshops. It is noteworthy that over the last 1 year alone, 7 workshops have been held targeting various topical issues in the practice. The feedback we are getting from participants have continued to provide the encouragement and validation that our capacity in developing the profession is improving. Our clients deserve the best, and we must offer cutting-edge services in line with the international best practice and requirements. Strong industry collaborations. We have fostered a robust industry collaborations, building a united front with key stakeholders to address common challenges and promote the interests of our profession both locally and internationally. Notably among them, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, is the insurance sector collaboration. By a memorandum of agreement with the Unit Trust Insurance Company Limited, we are ensuring the proper mapping and appreciation of risk under the compulsory builders insurance cover for buildings under construction. We have also strengthened alliances across professional bodies. We have a memorandum with the Council of Regulation for the Regulation of Engineering in Nigeria, an unprecedented tripartite memorandum of understanding between Common, Koren, and also the Council of Mining Engineers and Geosciences in Nigeria. These agreements signify a new era of interprofessional collaboration aimed at eliminating quackery, fostering integrated development, and enhancing the capacity of Nigerian professionals to collaborate and undertake giant projects in and outside the country. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we have also entered into significant international partnerships for builders in Nigeria. The Council has established strong partnership with international organizations such as the American Concrete Institute and the Chartered Institute of Building, CIOB, enhancing our global standing and providing registered builders with access to international resources and opportunities. A joint webinar focusing on bridging the skills gap in construction, practical steps for Africa's future builder, with speakers from 5 African countries, was held just recently on August 13. Common Diaspora Network. This initiative brought together common registered builders practicing outside the shores of Nigeria to enhance their expertise and it has enabled collaboration in knowledge, capacity building, and research opportunities, in addition to providing network opportunities and a database of our colleagues in the diaspora. Number 7, integrating technology. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we have successfully integrated technology to modernize Cobon's operations, including the deployment of the Builders Management Portal, BUMAP, an online platform with a database of registered builders in Nigeria, which the general public can utilize to confirm the status of registered builders who are eligible to practice, and of course for payments for services to Cobon. The iReg portal, an e-application portal which has streamlined registration procedures and processes, making it more efficient for registrants to apply without physically going to Cobon. Public awareness campaigns. We have initiated and continue to push public awareness campaigns to promote the role of builders and the building profession, educating the public on the importance of engaging qualified and licensed professionals for building projects. For building projects. We have engaged actively on social and new media to promote the building profession. The building profession and builders are gradually gaining the much desired recognition as critical actors in nation building in Nigeria. And one of it is the fact that the governor of Ebonyi State is a builder. Distinguished participants, despite these accomplishments, we recognize that there is still much work to be done. The building industry's rapid evolution necessitates our adaptability and responsiveness to emerging challenges and opportunities. One of the challenges confronting us is still the menace of building collapse. This has become much more prominent, and it is an embarrassment from all professionals in the built environment. The government, and indeed all Nigerians, we must together put a stop to this ugly menace in our country. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, as we enter the last and final phase of the 7th Council's tenure, I want to express our profound gratitude to all the members of the building profession, the Nigerian Institute of Building, my family, exemplified by my wife, who is presently seated with us in this audience, and all other stakeholders, especially the Honorable Minister of Housing and Urban Development, who has been a very staunch supporter of this profession. Thank you. Together, we have achieved remarkable progress, and I am confident that the building industry in Nigeria has a bright future. However, we must strive and we must continue to build on the foundations we have laid, not just by upholding standards, but by becoming innovators and leaders in the face of new challenges. I urge you to continue to strive for excellence, to mentor the next generation, and to serve as ambassadors of our profession with unwavering integrity. I envision a future where the profession is respected, its practitioners esteemed, and our contributions to national development palpable. The theme of this year's conference, Advancing Builders' Knowledge and Skills for Effective Enforcement of Building Regulatory Laws for Sustainable Development, aptly captures a challenge to builders to seek knowledge and hone their skills for continued relevance. I extend my best wishes to all attendees for a fruitful 55th annual conference filled with enlightening discussions and a valuable networking opportunities. Together, let us continue to build a better Nigeria with safe professionals and sustainable buildings everywhere, every time. I thank you for listening.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Your Excellency, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, when the address was going on, His Excellency, the Governor of Imo State, distinguished Senator Hope Uzodimma, represented in this event by the Deputy Governor, Her Excellency, Lady Chinyere Ihoma Eko Maru, PhD, and the spouse, His Excellency Chief Chukuma Eko Maru, Senior Advocate of Nigeria. We'd like to welcome you to the salt of the nation. You are most welcome. Please, we'll take goodwill message at this moment. One goodwill message. Any representative from the NAPTEP, so please come forward for a goodwill message. 2 minutes, please. NAPTEP. NAPTEP. Okay. We'll get back to you. Thank you. Please, as we wait for the goodwill message. We take goodwill messages from the governors here present. First, I would like to invite to the microphone the governor of Anambra State, Professor Charles Chukwuma Soludo, who is represented in this function by the Deputy Governor, His Excellency Onyeka Ibesim. May I very humbly invite you to deliver your message.
The young and dynamic governor of Ebonyi State, I would have said when I grow up, I'll be like you, but I don't know, our ages are matching up. So I don't know if when I get younger, I will be like you. Maybe in the next one. Well, our friend, thank you, sir. And the builder, yeah, that's what most people don't know about you, a builder. One of the basic necessities of life, food, shelter, and clothing. And your profession falls in one. Thank you, sir. And then, our elder statesman, Pius Anyim, Pius, former Senate President, we also thank you. And my colleagues that are here, I think we just formed a committee of deputy governors of the Southeast here, so we are complete. I hear my brother from Abia. It's either he's on the way or he has a representative too. And the minister, we are joining hands to welcome you to the Southeast. And then all others on the high table that are here, welcome you. And then the builders that are here from across the Federation. Ours is simple. We all have the wondrous task of making sure that we give the desired building to suit the present developments that is emerging across the nation and even all over the world. To us in Anambra State, where the economy is fast growing and housing is a great challenge, matching up these with the recent technological developments, we are looking up for functional buildings and smart buildings. We must add the word smart buildings. One of my friends muted an idea recently. For us in Anambra State, land is a great challenge. Anambra State is second to Lagos in landmass. While Lagos has the advantage of expanding into the ocean to reclaim lands,
Anambra State is being shrunken by erosion. And then more recently, the devastating effects of flooding. What does it show? That any piece of land we find there, we hold it dearly to our hearts. Therefore, proliferation of non-functional buildings and even building collapse is quite unacceptable to developing economy. This is the challenge we are throwing up to this great conference. Good heads, committee of professionals, to look into the building patterns of our people. Nigeria is where everybody is a builder. Everybody. Once you have your money, I will say this, though hilariously. There was a big structure that was to be put up somewhere in Anambra State. And crop of professionals came up with what they would do to conserve land and all that. Then there emerged one man. This is for the Igbos that are here. The man said in Igbo, I will explain so that the others will understand. Ebenya lugoluno n'ime mmiri obuluzie n'enu ani ka na akọli akụkọ. And said was that he has built a house even on waters with pillars. How much more erecting a gigantic structure in this place? So what this meant to us was that this is a man who is trying to downplay the professionalism in all of you that are here. So while you deliberate in this conference, we task you. This is serious business. This is one area that must be taken seriously. Once more, on behalf of my principal, Professor Chukwumacha Soludo, I want to congratulate Mr. Governor for even accepting to host this great conference, and then congratulate all of you, because I know the outcome will be great. Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Your message is very clear. At this point, Your Excellency, we'd like to very humbly invite the representative of the Governor of Yobe State. The Governor of Yobe State, His Excellency Mai Malabuni, is represented in this event by the Honorable Commissioner for Housing and Urban Development, Architect Ahmad Buba. We'd like to welcome you to speak to us.
Your Executive Governor of Ebonyi State, I would seek your kind indulgence to stand on the already established protocol, sir. Your Excellency, I'm here to represent my boss and principal, who is unavoidably absent and attending to prior state engagement. Your Excellency, I'm not here alone. His Excellency has directed that I should be accompanied by a team of distinguished professionals who I would like to introduce. First of all, Engineer and Builder Mason Dalawan, who is a retired civil servant and a former permanent secretary, currently the chairman of the Technical Advisory Committee on Development and Finance. Next on the list, we have Builder Samaila Adamu, Managing Director, Yobe State Housing and Property Development. Next, we have Builder Mikhail Njayo, Chairman of the Nigerian Institute of Building, Yobe State Chapter, who also doubles as Director, Building of the Ministry of Housing and Urban Development. And finally, we have Builder Girgiri Bukar, Director Maintenance, Yobe State Government House. Also, with us are the members of the Nigerian Institute of Building, Yobe State Chapter, who are proudly here with us in solidarity. Your Excellency, His Excellency has said I should extend his goodwill message and his solidarity to the Nigerian Institute of Building. Awarded, though I believe that would come at a later stage, but he appreciates the award and recognition given to him by the association. So to that end, he wishes you a successful deliberation. Thank you very much.
Your Excellency, that was a very strong message from Yobe State. Thank you very much. Your Excellencies, I would like to at this point invite the Governor of Enugu State, His Excellency Dr. Peter Ndubi Simba, who is represented here by the Deputy Governor, His Excellency Barrister Ifeanyi Osai. Your Excellency, sir.
Your Excellency, the Governor of Ebonyi State, Right Honorable Builder Francis Nwifuru, and I agree with you on the Onwa because Onwa is in Ebonyi actually. Unusi an Onwa. So for the benefit of our friends and brothers over there who may find difficulty in what I just said, I just agreed with the folks over there when they call Onwa. Onwa means the moon. And you know what the moon does at night? It shines. So I agreed with them because on a recent visit to Ebonyi today, I can see more of the moon shining across the entire breadth of the moon. Your Excellency, the former Senate President and former Secretary to our government, His Excellency Anyim Pius Anyim. My colleagues, the Deputy Governors of various states already mentioned representing our principals, Alan Neboy, the Honorable Minister, who I'm not sure, but I want to ascribe to him the head of building in Nigeria because he's responsible for all our homes. So he should be the head builder actually. Now, for everyone here, I want to welcome you all, and because I know we are getting chary of time, I will want to plead to stand on established protocol. My short remark will be from your brochure, which you just served us. From that brochure, I read that the builders by law are responsible for technology, management of construction, maintenance, and the construction of buildings. Am I right? Am I right? Now, that imposes duties and responsibility on builders. And I want to speak on a very germane, biting issue we face in this country. The cost of building and the cost for housing. And it is important that we're having a conference, because ordinarily when I attend conferences, I go to conferences with very muted expectation. Because Nigeria is that country where every day you tune onto your television, there's always one conference, one workshop going on. And I kept asking and wondering, what has happened to the outcomes and reports of all the conferences you've had in the last 30 years? And we keep having conferences every day. But when I was asked to come and represent my principal, and I found out that it's Ebonyi State, I was excited to come for two reasons. The governor of Ebonyi has shown that he's able to get the work done and hold people accountable to do their work. Those who serve in Ebonyi Executive Council know what I mean, that he knows how to hold people accountable. So this will not be one of those conferences where we finish and go, and there is no follow-up action on the outcomes of this conference, because I'm sure the governor who is hosting us will hold all of us accountable. And that speaks to what I want to talk about today, the cost of buildings. With over 40, 50 universities are we not advancing technology that will be more sustainable, durable, and cheaper in housing? Growing up in my rural village, as a kid, we were requested by neighbors to help them harvest grass with which they routinely re-roof their buildings. The thatched roof buildings. We've discarded them all completely because we now use the long spans, the asbestos, and all the corrugated sheets. Beautiful and how it works. But then the elites, when they finish with all those, they still get to the corner of their homes to build sit-outs and use the thatched grass roof for it. But I also know that those days, we had the best water because they were cold without refrigerators. We had no air conditioners, but living in the tropics, we enjoyed the best comfort in those homes. So with our universities and with the builders who by law in your brochure have responsibility for technology, what are we all doing to look homewards and adapt those technology to see how we can use them in our modern buildings to make it cheaper and more sustainable? If you travel all over the world, you see homes, houses built in 18-something, 16-something, when they had no iron rods. Most of those buildings have 2, 3, 4 floors. But today, we spend so much money on iron rods to strengthen houses, yet we still have collapsed buildings everywhere. So what are the builders doing with our universities in research to find solutions to this problem and see what we can do to still have durable homes devoid of iron rods, to bring down the cost of those buildings and make housing affordable and available for all? That is a challenge for a conference of this nature. And I'm happy the Honorable Minister is here. Housing is not affordable because of the cost. And you will agree with me that our mortgage system is collapsed. When people, honest, responsible, hardworking people, approach institutions for mortgage, they are asked to pay 30%, 25%. Mortgages all over the world are not over-the-shelf transactions that those who provide it will want to recover it in 10 days. That's why it's almost a lifetime contribution. So what are we going to do, Honorable Minister, with legislation and government policy? Because if all the builders here build the best of homes and make it available and people can't afford it and there is no source of financing to afford it, then we have done nothing and we'll still have the challenge we face. So we must go back to look at our mortgage institutions, see how government can intervene through legislation, through critical investment, through strengthening the rules, so that we can, honest, hardworking people who just get by, can access financing to purchase the homes we build. And for builders, if you look at the anthropological dissection of Muifru, which is our governor's name, it means flower. If you check it, and it means flower. So that is beauty. So for every house you build, if the environment is not beautiful, you haven't succeeded in what you're doing. So at the level of state governments, the governors should look inwards and work with their town planners to ensure that at least the town planners in different local governments have a instinct in building, or they are retrained to have a instinct in building. There is no reason why in my village people build indiscriminately without planning. I understand our land tenure system may be complex, especially when you leave the urban cities. But the law has also given the governors control over all the land. Nothing stops a government from coming to an area. I say, okay, I know that you people own these lands in pieces. Some own 10 square meters, some 1,000. Let us capture what all of you own. We replan the entire area. Reallocate you the size you had, but you already have the area planned for building. This is possible. And we can do it. I would not want to take so much of our time, but what this conference must know is that our friends, brothers and sisters, who are out there working hard, seeking to keep shelter for themselves and their families, are doing their part. They need all of us here. They do our own part. God bless you all.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. That was a message from Enugu State, the Coast City State. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, because of time, we want to please appeal to subsequent speakers to please make their speeches as brief as possible so that we can meet up. At this point, Your Excellency, to speak from Imo State is Her Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Imo State, Lady Chinyere Ihoma Ekomaru PhD, representing Governor Hope Uzodimma. Your Excellency, we welcome you.
His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Ebonyi State, Right Honorable Builder Francis Ogbonnaya-Nwifuru, FNIOB, GGCEHF, the chief host of this conference, Your Excellency, Deputy Governors present, the Chairman of the occasion and former Senate President, Anyim Pius Anyim, His Excellency, Chief Chukwuma Ekomaru, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, may I stand on the protocol firmly established by the Director of this conference. The theme of the conference is 55th Builders Conference Annual General Meeting, Advancing Builders' Knowledge and Skill for Effective Enforcement of Buildings Conference. But we're looking at building. Can we just take a moment to look around us? Did you see the ambience of this building where we're all having this conference today? Just look around you. As you're looking around you, you're seeing the intellect, you're seeing the time, you're seeing the patience that the builders of this beautiful edifice put together to have such an amazing building. That's often take me to builders. I don't look at builders as people building only infrastructure, like our governor, the executive governor of Imo State, who has asked me to represent him at this conference and bring you warm greetings. He is the infrastructure governor of the year in Nigeria. And likewise, his brother, Governor Nwifuru, also an amazing builder, a capacity builder, a man who will himself and my governor, they build not only infrastructure, they build human beings. Nigeria, many times, you want to look for someone to do your tiles, to do the plumbing, to do the painting. They say, go to Togo, go to Ghana, go to these places. And I often wonder, does it mean that we don't have builders? That is why I'm so delighted to be in this conference today. Another problem that poses itself is the fact that most times when you listen to the news, this structure has fallen somewhere in Lagos, the other one has fallen somewhere, the other one is yet to fall. Does it mean that they don't have people looking at it from builders, not people, looking at it from foundation up to the complete building? If they do, they should be able to fault things and make it possible. I'm sure you will look at it again in this conference. Let us not waste your time. The news around in this conference now is that after your deliberation, and then the people who present papers would have touched on some of the issues bothering us here in Nigeria today, we will come out with having amazing builders and having standardized buildings in Nigeria. I want to ask you to leverage, because there's no better time than now where technology is everything. AI is there. Leverage on the fact that in our generation, we have the advantage of technology, and we're going to make use of technology in doing our building plans and making the buildings to be more beautiful, to be standard, to be smart, to be all we need the buildings to be. Here by our own selves, without importing anybody from any other country. And then we'll be able to have builders from Nigeria who will be exported to other countries. Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. At this point, Your Excellency, would like to take a message from Honorable Minister of Works, former Governor of the Ebonyi State of Nigeria, a man who is doing us very proud at the national level. Senator Engineer Dr. David Nweze Umahi, represented in this event by Dr. Kenneth Obala, Director of FEMA, Southeast.
Your Excellency, the wonder-working Governor of Ebonyi State, a builder by excellence, Right Honorable Builder Francis Obona Nwifuru, Onwa Ebonyi State. Your Excellency, the Chairman of Occasion, and one of our pathfinders in the business of developing Nigeria and Ebonyi State, His Excellency, Senator Pius, I am Pius Oshimiri. Your Excellencies, the Deputy Governors from other states of Southeast and beyond here present, I appreciate you. The Honorable Minister of Housing and Urban Development of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency Architect Musa Ahmed Dangbawe, the President of the Builders Institute of Nigeria, and other distinguished leaders of Nigeria and Ebonyi State here present. I welcome you in Ebonyi State. On behalf of my boss, the Honorable Minister of Works of Federal Republic of Nigeria, Senator Engineer Dr. David Nweze Umahi, I want to most especially congratulate the Builder Institute of Nigeria on their 55th annual conference and general meeting holding here in Ebonyi State. Let me also thank you for choosing Ebonyi State for this year's conference, a state that is being governed by your own products, the Governor of Ebonyi State. Put your hands together for yourself. Let me thank you, the governor, for the beautiful work you are doing in Ebonyi State, for keying strongly in the vision of our forefathers in constructing and building a brand new Ebonyi State. We are very, very proud of you. Your Excellency, the Honorable Minister of Housing and Urban Development, your twin brother asked me to welcome you to Southeast and to the south of the nation, and also to ask you to have time to savour the beautiful things Ebonyi State is known for. Don't be rushed to go back to Abuja, Your Excellency. Ebonyi is really a beautiful home to stay. Let me charge the body for choosing Ebonyi State. And when I look at your team, advancing builders' knowledge and skills for effective enforcement of builders' regulatory law for sustainable development, I said it's quite apt and timely. And the Honorable Minister asked me, that is an open door policy with your institutes, because the institute and civil engineering and Ministry of Works have the areas of increased partnership in sustaining the renewed hope agenda of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu GCFR. I want to call on you as you engage your meeting. Let the deliberations and the decision you are going to take today be that will increase this partnership and play a major role, as they're already doing, in sustaining what you are doing to ensure infrastructure, which is critical in the business of government today, is sustained to a standard. I want to thank all of you and thank all the visitors that came from various states, Ebonyi states, and ask you not to be in a rush to leave the state. Go round and enjoy what Ebonyi State is known for and the beautiful work our governor is doing. I wish you happy deliberation and I wish you happy stay in Ebonyi State. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you very much, Representative of Honorable Minister. Thank you. Thank you. Your Excellencies, at this moment we are going to invite for a keynote address the Honorable Minister of Housing and Urban Development, Federal Republic of Nigeria, Architect Ahmed Musa Dangiwa. Can we put our hands together as I invite Honorable Minister to deliver his keynote address? Honorable Minister, please.
Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of Ebonyi State, the Chief Host, Right Honorable Francis Abana Nwifulu, our Chief Host, our Builder Governor, the Chairman of the occasion, who is the distinguished personality, our former Secretary to the Government of the Federation and the former Speaker, Senate President of the Federation, Chief Anyim GCOM. The Executive Governors here present, ably represented by the Deputy Governors of Anambra, Enugu, Abia, and Imo State here present, and the Governor of Yobe State, ably represented by the Honorable Commissioner from the state. The Chairman of the Council of the Registered Builders of Nigeria, KOBO, Dr. Samson Opalua, the President and members of the Nigerian Institute of Building, NIOB, distinguished fellows, builders, professionals in the building industry that are here, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen. Let me begin by acknowledging our host, the Executive Governor of Ebonyi State, Right Honorable Francis Abana Nwifulu, FNIOB, the Builder Governor, I sincerely thank you, Your Excellency, for graciously accepting to host this important national event and for the warm hospitality extended to me and all participants by the government and people of Ebonyi State. Your leadership in supporting professional bodies such as this one, Nigeria Institute of Building, speaks volumes of your commitment to sustainable development and institutional collaboration. It gives me great pleasure also to join you at this 55th Builders Conference and Annual General Meeting of Nigeria Institute of Building. When I was invited, I confirmed to both the President and the Chairman of the COBON that I will attend this one. And His Excellency himself also called me and informed me that he is expecting me. I've already bought my ticket for yesterday to land in Enugu. But the fact that Inspector General of Police invited me for a meeting in his office for a collaboration between Nigerian Police and the Ministry of Housing, I missed the flight to Enugu. But His Excellency still called me and provided an alternative flight to Ebonyi State directly. I thank you, Your Excellency, for this gesture. Therefore, this gathering is both timely and strategic, coming at a period when our nation is pressing forward for the renewed hope agenda of His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu GCFR, which prioritizes housing delivery, urban renewal, and reforms to land and building systems. Your chosen theme, advancing builders' knowledge and skills for effective enforcement of building regulatory laws for sustainable development, resonates strongly with the legal and institutional framework provided by the Builders Registration Act of 1989. This landmark legislation established COBON, which is Council for Registration of Builders, and the statutory regulatory body of the building profession. Indeed, it is more than a legal instrument. It is the foundation for safeguarding and public trust in the building industry. The Act empowers COBON to determine who qualifies as a builder. It sets standards of knowledge and skills, maintain the register of builders, and enforce discipline within the profession. But it makes clear that COBON itself is under ministerial oversight. Sections of the law gives me and the Honorable Minister powers to approve qualifications, courses, fees, budgets, and staff conditions, to issue building directives and ensure accountability in COBON's operations. This means the Ministry of Housing and Urban Development carries both the authority and responsibility to ensure COBON functions effectively and in the public interest. That oversight is not ceremonial. It is designed to prevent lapses that lead to quackery, unqualified practice, and ultimately building collapse that claim lives of innocent Nigerians. Every time a building collapses in this country, lives are lost, families are destroyed, and confidence in our profession is shaken. Investigations have repeatedly traced these tragedies to use of unqualified or unregistered persons on building sites, poor supervision, unethical practices, and disregard for regulatory laws. The Act anticipates these risks. Through Sections 16 and 17, it establishes a disciplinary tribunal and investigating panel to punish unprofessional conduct and strike off offenders from the register. But the laws and tribunals are only as effective as the oversight and enforcement behind them. That's why, in furtherance of our commitment to restore professionalism in the built environment and decision to tackle the disturbing trend of building collapse in our country, I have inaugurated the expanded Ministerial Committee on Building Collapse and also the Disciplinary Tribunal just last few weeks. These measures are a clear demonstration of our resolve to hold practitioners accountable, strengthen regulatory compliance and enforcement, and safeguard the lives and investments of Nigerians. As Minister, I will not hesitate to direct Cobon to act decisively whenever negligence or misconduct by builders leads to building failure. Responsibility must be enforced. When things go bad, the real question is not just what failed, but who failed. That's why advancing builders' knowledge and skill is so crucial. And I commend you for this theme of this conference. The Act itself recognizes that beyond academic qualifications, builders must acquire supervised practical experience before full registration. This ensures that builders are not only educated in theory, but also seasoned in practice. It is this blend of knowledge and experience that equips professionals to enforce building codes and standards, supervise works effectively, ensure compliance with safety and sustainability requirements, and contribute to national development through quality building delivery. As Nigerians continue to urbanize at an unprecedented pace, enforcement of building laws becomes not just a technical requirement, but a national imperative for sustainable development and resilience. The Nigerian Institute of Building has a strategic role under the Act. By law, you nominate 5 members into Cobon, into the council, ensuring builders are regulated by their peers. You are also in charge of promoting knowledge, research, and innovation in building practice and serving as the bridge between policy, regulation, and practice. This synergy between NIOB and Cobon must be deepened, particularly in the fight against quackery and the enforcement of building control laws. For our part, the Ministry is committed to strengthening Cobon to discharge its mandate effectively, supporting NIOB's initiatives to enhance training and capacity building, embedding sustainability, climate resilience into professional practice, and working with states to strengthen enforcement frameworks that will reduce incidents of building collapse and sustainable and substandard construction. Knowledge without enforcement is wasted. Enforcement without accountability is empty. Both must go hand in hand if we are to build safety and sustainability. Your Excellency, distinguished builders, the Builders Registration Act 1989 provides a solid legal foundation for this profession. What is required now is continuous investment in knowledge, skills, and strict enforcement to realize the full intent of that law. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, as you deliberate during this annual general meeting, I encourage you to seize the moment to strengthen your expertise, expand collaboration, and reposition yourselves as vanguards of sustainable development. Let me once again thank the leadership of the Nigerian Institute of Building, most especially the chapter chairman of this state, Ebonyi State, for this opportunity and for its consistent dedication to advancing profession and excellence. I also especially thank our host, the Executive Governor of Ebonyi State, Right Honorable Builder Francis Nwefuru, the Builder Governor, for his hospitality and for providing the conducive environment for this historic gathering. The warm support of the government and people of Ebonyi State have greatly enriched this event and set the right tone for this success. I wish you fruitful deliberations and impactful resolutions at this 55th AGM. Thank you, and God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister. Please, can we appreciate him one more time? Thank you. We appreciate you, Honorable Minister. Thank you very much. At this point, Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, may I dutifully invite a phenomenal governor with wonderful accomplishments, the governor of the south of the nation, #1 builder, a builder par excellence, His Excellency Right Honorable Builder Francis Nwefuru, Governor of the Ebonyi State of Nigeria. Your Excellency, sir.
Thank you very much. Please be seated. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Your Excellency, the chairman of today's occasion, our dear father and friend, former Senate President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, former Secretary to the government, for our dear country, distinguished Senator Annaul Pius Annaul, GCON, Your Excellencies, the Deputy Governors, our dear Honorable Minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, in charge of Housing and Urban Development, the President, National President, Feno Ayobi, the Chairman, Coburn, distinguished guests, let me stand on the already established protocol. It gives me a great pleasure to welcome you, my dear revered Excellencies, distinguished senators, and great leaders of our great states, my dear colleagues, particularly the 22nd National President of the Nigerian Institute of Building, of this great occasion and conference holding today in our great state, Ebonyi, the salt of the nation. Your visit is an affirmation of the critical roles the building professions plays in the growth, development, and modernization of our dear country, Nigeria. The Nigerian Institute of Building since 1967 has remained a formidable pillar in shaping the physical and infrastructural outlook of our great society. It is a core mandate as builder to bring constructions of projects to fruition from the planning stage to completion stage. We oversee, coordinate, not only in the area of construction, but repair and renovation of homes, factories, industries, and so on and so forth. As builders, we are not just artisans or supervisors of constructions. We are nation builders in the truest sense of the word. Every school, hospital, road infrastructure, housing estate, or government edifice that grace our community bears testimony to our professional contribution as builders. There is a lot of expectation as builders and their distinguished colleagues. The demand of society in our profession are growing daily. Our people expect functional, durable, and aesthetically pleasing structure that they expect efficiency, safety, and affordability. As governor of Ebonyi State, I can assure you that these expectations are not misplaced. It's the need of the society. Rather, they are a reflection of the trust and confidence the people repose in you as professionals who stand at the very foundation of national development. Therefore, beginning from the pre-construction processes, builders need to work with the design team and contractors to develop project plan with detailed drawing, budgets, and schedules of labor projection. The people of Ebonyi State, and indeed Nigeria at large, looks up to us as builders. They want us to be at the forefront of delivering affordable housing, sustainable urban renewal, climate resilient structure, and maintenance culture that will reduce waste and ensure the longevity of public infrastructure. I must also stress that professionalism comes with responsibility. Our citizens expect transparency, adherence to standards, and a zero tolerance for corruption in project execution. You must therefore lead by example, uphold the ethics and value that define this noble building profession. Permit me, distinguished colleagues, however, to speak frankly about an issue that has long cast a shadow over the practice of building in our dear country, Nigeria. The persistent professional rivalry between builders and engineers, particularly civil and structural engineers. And it's good the Honorable Minister for Housing is here. I recognize the contribution of all professionals in the built environment. Each discipline, be it architecture, engineering, quantity surveying, or buildings, has its scope, its jurisdiction, and its mandate. But the truth must be said. Undue interference, boundary encroachment, and unhealthy rivalry have often led to confusion, duplication of efforts, professional sabotage, and in some instances, structural failures that erode public confidence. We must rise above this, my dear colleagues. Professional rivalries should not be a stumbling block to the development of our great nation, Nigeria. Instead, let collaborations be our guiding principle. Let us respect professional boundaries while promoting synergy, because when builders are given their rightful place in the project cycle, quality, safety, and efficiency are guaranteed. I therefore urge the Nigerian Institute of Building to continue engaging constructively with sister professional bodies, to push for harmony in practice, and to advocate for reform in legislation and policy that clearly define and protect our professional roles as builders. Distinguished guests and my colleagues, I am aware that our building profession faces peculiar challenges that need urgent attention. What are these challenges? Poor public perceptions. Many citizens still struggle to differentiate between builders and other construction professionals, like architects and civil engineers, and even quantity surveyors. These misunderstandings affect our recognitions and reduce the value attached to our specialized roles. Infiltration by quacks. The proliferation of entrenched individuals parading as builders has resulted in frequent cases of building collapse. Avoiding loss of lives, affordable loss of life, and destruction of properties. This menace tarnish the image of genuine professionals like you and I, and of course, erode public trust. The NIOB, as the highest authority in the country when it comes to building profession, should take urgent steps to curb incidences of building collapse. The menace of building collapse is attributed mainly to the activities of quacks. More needs to be done to strictly monitor and ensure that building meets the highest standards that it needs. Regulatory and policy card. There are still loopholes in the regulatory framework governing building practice in Nigeria. Enforcement is often weak, allowing non-professionals to dominate space reserved for trained builders like you and I. Is unacceptable to the glory of God. This is why I consider the theme of this year's most suitable: advancing builders' knowledge and skill for effective enforcement of building regulatory law for sustainable development. I therefore appeal to states who are yet to domesticate the regulatory laws to do that, while NIOB should initiate more stringent bills to the National Assembly to help and strengthen the profession. Capacity and technological advancement. As the world evolves, construction is becoming more technology-driven, requiring continuous training and exposure. Without massive investment in capacity development, Nigeria builders risk being left behind. So, we must continue to train and retrain our colleagues on best global practice and technology-driven innovations in the building profession. Believe me, this is the only way we can stay afloat as builders in murky water and train of this great profession. However, as a government headed by myself as a builder, we are committed to providing the enabling environment for professionals like you to thrive. Here in Ebonyi, we will continue to open up opportunities in housing development, infrastructural expansion, and public-private partnership where your expertise as builders will be indispensable. In the spirit of partnership, I urge the Nigerian Institute of Building to intensify advocacy against quackery and promote public awareness of who a professional builder is very necessary for our profession. Strengthening collaborations with government and private developer to ensure that every building project is executed under professional supervision. Invest in research, innovations, and capacity development to embrace new technology, sustainable materials, and smart construction practice. Continue the dialogue with the sister professional body, ensuring that synergy prevail over rival. I would have loved that the chairman of the Standard Organization of Nigeria is here. Distinguished builders, Nigeria in general needs you. Ebonyi State in particular needs you. And of course, this administration recognizes your importance and will not hesitate to work with our institute in shaping the physical landscape of our dear state Ebonyi. As trained and professional builder, let us continue to build not only structure of concrete and steel, but also the foundation of a nation where professionalism, integrity, and collaboration thrive. I must commend the outgoing president of the Nigerian Institute of Building for his resilience in piloting the affairs of this great institute and making it the envy of other professions. Your leadership was indeed very eventful and has set a standard for your predecessor to consolidate. To the incoming executive, I charge you to lead with team spirit and also maintain high professional standards. This visit will give you the opportunity to see and feel our modest efforts to further develop the state not only in building infrastructure, but in other essential sectors. I plead with you to take little time to visit our administrative estates, our administrative and faculty buildings in the ICT and aeronautic universities, our housing estate, and our 10-story building undergoing remodeling now. On behalf of our great leaders in this great state, the salt of the nation, and the people of this great state, Ebonyi, I once again welcome you and wish you successful celebration. Therefore, with utmost gratitude to God Almighty, I hereby declare the 55th conference of NIOB holding here in Abakaliki, Ebonyi State, open in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Thank you, Your Excellencies. Honorable Minister, distinguished guests, my professional colleagues, for your visit.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Your Excellency. Thank you very much. Thank you. Once again, please, can we give His Excellency a very resounding applause for that beautiful address. Your Excellency, we are grateful to you, sir. Thank you. Please, announcement. After this event, dignitaries will join His Excellency to new presidential lodge for briefing. And also at 7 p.m. today, there will be presidential night here. You are all invited. Your Excellency, before we end this program, it is now time to award and decorate deserving members of our society who want to make presentations. I hope the award is ready. Okay. Please, the Royal Father of the Day who received the first award, His Royal Highness Eze Charles Mpuma, the Chairman, Traditional Rulers Council of Ebonyi State, is receiving the first award. Thank you. Please, as we wait for His Royal Highness, I would like to very humbly invite to receive an award distinguished Senator David Mweze Umahi, Honorable Minister of Works, Federal Republic of Nigeria. His representative, please, Dr. Kenneth Igwe Ubala, please come forward to receive this award on behalf of the Honorable Minister. And to present the award is Builder O.D. Jambo, past president of NIOB. Okay, D.D. Jambo, please, to present the award.
Honorable Minister, sir, it's my privilege and honor to present to you this distinguished award of excellence for what you are doing, and from the builders we say well done, and to tell you we're expecting more. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Congratulations, Honorable Minister. Please, next award is going to Architect Ahmed Dangiwa, Honorable Minister of Housing. And to make that presentation, I would like to invite Builder Samson Okpolowa, Chairman, Council of Registered Builders of Nigeria, to please come forward and make the presentation. Honorable Minister, please.
Our dear Honorable Minister, it is a great privilege to have you in this memorable occasion. And on behalf of the entire membership of the Nigerian Institute of Building, this is me presenting to you and conferring on you the Fellow of the Nigerian Institute of Building.
Thank you very much. Another award for excellency will go to His Royal Highness Eze Charles Mpuma, Chairman, Traditional Rulers Council of Ebonyi State, who is the royal father of today. May I invite Builder Kenneth Ndoka, past president, to please come forward and make the presentation. Builder Kenneth.
His Royal Highness Ezeogogo Charles Mpuma, on behalf of members of Nigerian Institute of Building, we present you this award for making sure that you talk to the elders and indiches of Ebonyi State to host us and peacefully and successfully deliver on the mandates of Nigerian Institute of Building, and for your fatherly advice, without which I'm sure the governor would not have been doing things the way it's supposed to be done traditionally. We appreciate you and we want to present you this gift on behalf of the Nigerian Institute of Building. Your Royal Highness.
Thank you very much. Congratulations, Your Highness. Your Excellency, next award is going to the chairman of this occasion, former Senate President, distinguished Senator Anyim. May I very humbly at this point invite Builder Liu Over, Chairman Board of Trustees, to please come forward and make that presentation. Distinguished Senator, please.
On behalf of the Nigerian Institute of Building, we hereby present this award to our distinguished former Senate President and also the former Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Builder Senator Pius Anyim. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Please, next presentation is going to the Governor of Yobe State, His Excellency Honorable Mai Malabuni, CON. May I invite at this point the representative of the Governor to please step forward, while Builder Alderton Ewa, President of NIOB, should please come forward to make the presentation and to be assisted by the Chairman College of Fellows. Thank you.
The Chairman College of Fellows, please step forward, please. Your Excellencies, in the tradition of presenting honorary fellowship award, if the person is not here to personally be decorated, it will be presented to the representative. He's not going to wear it. We will just hand over to him. So the Chairman College of Fellows, standing with the President of the Institute, will therefore present the certificate and the gown to the representative of the Governor of Yobe State.
Your Excellencies, just as what the First Vice has said, we are going to present all these insignias to the representative, then promise to visit the governor in the next few days to decorate him to complete the official visit. On behalf of Nigerian Institute of Building, I, the President, hereby present this for you all to take it to him and tell him our goodwill that we will be there to decorate him. Thank you very much. This is the certificate, and that is the award. And also, I'm supposed to decorate you now with the College of Fellow Chairman. But just as we said, that this is going to be given to him, the governor, I will be there with others to decorate him. Thank you.
Your Excellency, on behalf of my principal and governor, I want to appreciate the Nigerian Institute of Building for comparing this fellowship on him, and on his behalf and that of the good people of Yobe State, I'm going to declare a donation of 10 million naira.
10 million. Thank you very much. That is just the starting. Congratulations, we will be there to give you with them. Congrats. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Your Excellency, it is now time for the award of all awards. May I therefore invite the Governor of the Ebonyi State of Nigeria, our revered builder, Right Honorable Builder Francis Ogbonna-Nwifuru, to please come forward and receive these awards.
Your Excellencies, the Chairman, all governors here present, all ministers here present, today is my birthday. No, it's my birthday because I'm so glad to be here very close to Your Excellency. I am now adopted to be this state son of Ebonyi State. On behalf of Nigerian Institute of Building, I want to say gladly that there is no one that has not endorsed him, especially as #1 governor in the whole country. I want to tell you something. I'm sorry, I'll make it short. I'll make it very short. Other professionals have been having governors, but this is our own. And #1, congratulations. This is for you from Nigerian Institute of Building. More things will come as you are there for us. You are our eye. Congratulations, sir. Southeast. Southeast. Combine. That's how it goes. Well, no, you have to give him one of these. Give him one of these. Thank you. Well, this particular movement is a very, very important movement. Southeast, South zone, as NLB greets it, we are one. And we've been feeling, so many people are talking good of our son, the governor of Ebonyi State. What are we going to do? We don't even have much to do. But the little we have to present to him. And that's why the elders of Southeast have decided to come here with a token of love to you, our governor. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Please remember the presidential night, please, 7 o'clock today. And venue is here. And dignitaries to also join His Excellency to Presidential Lodge immediately after the national anthem, please. Thank you. National anthem, please. Thank you very much. God bless you.